there, folks. What's first on the menu? Well, we have this little gem here. Resurrection. The 1999 movie. It's a good one. Alright, I'm going to read you the back here. So it says, test your faith. Question your sanity. Judgment Day has arrived. In the dark underworld of the Louisiana Bayou, detectives John Prudhomme and Andrew Hollingsworth track a madman who can't be found, a vicious serial killer who strikes with relentless precision. On the path of a killer who methodically chooses his victims, two detectives must unravel the mystery of the killer's secrets. But as the detectives close in on the case, what they will discover will shock a city already carved by a bloody trail of terror. Now, in order to stop the killer before he kills again, Detective John Prudhomme must face a mass murderer feared to be the Antichrist in this taut psychological thriller which will take you to the depths of the apocalypse. Sounds good, huh? I mean, it's my kind of movie. Listen, I really love a detective procedural movie. And if it has a little hint of religion in there, I'm putting it on. It's going on. I'm watching it. Alright, so what do we got here? It's a neo-noir crime thriller horror mystery. That's what we sum that up with. And it's directed by Russell... Oh, God. Hang on. Mulcahy. How do you pronounce that? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm butchering this name. I'm really not good with pronouncing names. I'm gonna put the name right here. You know how to pronounce that? I mean, if you know his movies, you know how to pronounce his name. I mean, I know of these movies, but to be honest, I have never heard anybody say this name. He's an Australian director, known for Highlander 1 and 2, and also The Shadow. That's a movie that I don't really hear many people talking about. It's with Adam Baldwin. I thought it was a really good movie. It's based on, I don't know if you know of it's an old radio show. It's pretty good. Old radio shows are pretty good. You should listen to them. You get a lot of good, ideas and stuff. If you're a writer, you need an idea for a story, you should listen to some old radio shows. He also directed some music videos for Elton John, Duran Duran. Pretty cool, right? I'm an Elton John fan. I'm a pretty big Duran Duran fan. It was written by Brad Merman. I am not familiar with his movies. Maybe if you know him, you know him, but I was batting zero looking at those movies. And also, Christopher Lambert stepped in to write this film, which I think is pretty cool. You know, I do really love Christopher Lambert as an actor. He seems like a pretty cool guy. That was what I was gonna say. You know what? That's not a bad slip up because it kind of works, right? He's a pretty cool guy for what I'm doing here. You know, off screen, he's a pretty cool guy. I'm gonna keep that. He's a pretty cool guy. That's what I'm gonna say from now on. Okay, I don't think I even said that Christopher Lambert stars in this film. Christopher Lambert stars in this film. We're probably like, what are you talking about? He also writes the film. Well, he stars in the film too. Yeah, Christopher Lambert is also obviously known for Highlander. The director used him again. And Mortal Kombat. He was Raiden in Mortal Kombat. He did not return for Mortal Kombat 2 because he didn't like the script. He said it was poorly written. You know, I understand. I agree. You know what? It was a little mediocre. All right, it was a little mediocre. Fun to watch. Look, Mortal Kombat movies fun to watch, but a little mediocre. The second one, fun to watch, mediocre, fun to watch. All right, and guess who else stars in the film? Robert Joy. Also stars Robert Joy, who I don't know if you'd recognize him, but he was in The Hills Have Eyes, the new version, the remake, the 2006. Watch that movie, see if you recognize him. I mean, you gotta watch this movie first if you haven't watched it first. But watch this movie, watch that movie, say, there's Robert Joy. He's really good at it. I like his character. He's good at it. He's a good actor. He's also in Land of the Dead, 2005. Land of the Dead. Now, there has been some talk that this movie gets compared to Seven. It's interesting because there's an actor who played in Seven and is also in this movie. Leland Orser. He was also in Alien Resurrection. I love that movie. I don't care if you don't like that movie. I love that movie. You're gonna learn that I like a lot of kooky movies. Okay, a lot of movies that are very popular, or that a lot of people like to say that was a horrible movie, blah, blah, blah. Because a lot of people out there really like to think that they're cinephiles and they know everything about a good movie. When movies are just meant to be entertaining, I don't really take it too seriously. If I watch something, I want to watch it again. To me, that's a good movie. I don't know why you watch movies, so that's why I watch movies. If it's good and I enjoy it, I want to watch it again. That's a good movie to me. There's also David Cronenberg is in this movie. Really small part, more like a cameo. A little misleading to mention him in the movie because really, it just kind of acts as like kind of redirecting your mind to, play little guessing games with your mind. Try to give you that whole little trickaroo, little mental trickaroo, that those movies like to do to you. But he's a famous director. The Brood, Scanners, The Fly. He's a lot of good ones. If you don't know of him, you should check him out. A lot of good ones. That's not his only acting bit. He was in Nightbreed, which is a Clive Barker movie. Also a great movie. He was really good in that. I'm not going to tell you who he is. Just watch it. Just watch Nightbreed. It's a great movie. Really, anything Clive Barker. Big fan right here. Big fan. I will watch and read anything Clive Barker. Movie is set in Chicago. Christopher Lambert. He is French. So, this works for him. Hang on. Not the Chicago bit. What works for him is that he is originally supposed to be from Louisiana, the Bayou. Which the first sentence here, that's kind of confusing, right? Because it says in the dark underworld of the Louisiana Bayou. It is not. The movie is not set in the Bayou. It's set in Chicago. Anyway, so since Christopher Lambert is French, it kind of works to have the Creole accent that he embraces so passionately, so delicately in the movie, so beautifully. Yeah, so set Chicago. However, he is from Louisiana, Bayou, so it's kind of weird, kind of confusing. But it works, so it works for him. So it's a broody and a moody character. He lost his son. You see a lot of that. He not really kind to his workers. He's withdrawn. He's antisocial kind of thing. You see a lot of very emotional scenes with him. He is very much in touch with his emotions. In this movie, you see crying, you see anger, you see sadness, gladness, you see a whole roller coaster, a whole spectrum of emotion. I love him. I think he's captivating. He's pretty captivating in this movie. Some may even say he's overdoing it. I'd rather have it be overdone than underdone. Unless we're talking about steak, or pizza, or cookies. Anyway, nobody likes him. He's a big grouch. He questions religion because he lost his son. He's thinking, if God is such a wonderful God, then why did you take away my son? Good question. So he's called to a scene where a man has been murdered. There's a body part that's been removed. It's his arm. There's a scene where he says, let some sunlight in here. A little obvious why he said that. It's kind of... I don't know why the detectives were working the dark. You have to forgive some of the movie. I mean, there are some parts some things you need to forgive. This is one of them. He says, "Oh, let's let some sunlight in here," because I don't know. They like to challenge themselves. They say, "Hey, I'd be a much better detective if the lights were off." Because could you imagine if the lights were on? I could solve this case in 30 seconds. So they let the sunlight in, and then they see on the wall there's some message written in blood. I'm not trying to spoil too much for you. I'm not trying to give away too many details. But there's a message on the wall. More and more murders. They progress. Different body parts are missing. Each murder, there's a new body part that's missing. So, you have to excuse my assistant. Ratman Crothers. Sometimes he gets a little anxious. Sometimes he falls asleep on the job. And see, when he doesn't do his job correctly, he falls asleep. Everything falls apart. It's very important to me on my team. You need to wake up. Sometimes I just bore him to death. Yeah. Just saying. What time is it? I gotta be somewhere. You got Leland, who's his partner, the guy that plays in 7 and Alien Resurrection. He got off service as a comic relief. He says a lot of bad jokes during the movie. I think he's a way underrated actor. He is exceptional in this movie. He really does. And anything I've seen him in, he gives it his all. I love the scene in 7 when he's being interrogated. His trauma, the trauma that he went through, every time I watch that scene, I'm feeling it. He stresses me out in that scene. He really stresses me out. But you see, just watch the movie and just see what I'm talking about. Yeah. So Prudhomme, Christopher Lambert, realizes the killer's goal dawns on him. Light bulb. He wants to assemble the body of Christ for Easter. Duh. I mean, who hasn't thought of that, right? Who hasn't said, you know what? I can't wait for the coming of Christ. I'm gonna build Christ myself, and he's gonna come right now. I need Christ. Jesus, I need you here now. So you're gonna come here now. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's getting it ready for the resurrection, which is the name of the movie. Resurrection. I'm gonna tell you that's not really much of a spoiler. He pretty much he says that kind of in the beginning of the movie. So, like I said, you have to forgive some things. It's a movie, you know. It's entertainment. You just gotta be entertained. You can't stop looking for perfection. If you look for perfection your whole life, you're just gonna fail. Be miserable. So just enjoy yourself. So since this is the first of anything of what I did, I'm just gonna go over what I'm doing again. So it's just I guess I'm still trying to get the hang of it. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm just giving you a little synopsis, little tidbits, little fun facts. I think the more I get comfortable with it, the more polished this will be. Unless you just prefer this outrageous, sloppy film, the sloppy filming I've got. Maybe that's just my thing, right? Maybe that's my signature. It's my sloppy signature. If you're interested, I can post follow-ups to these videos with spoilers, and I can go into more depth because there are things that I can talk about that I can't talk about if I don't want to spoil the movie. But there are little facts, little interesting tidbits that if you haven't seen the movie, it would spoil it, and so I can do that. So I'll just put spoiler in the title. But yeah, I can do that. I can just do little follow-up videos of me talking about the movie, but with the spoilers. And then all the intro stuff I can bypass because I've already said it in this video, so we can just get straight to the meaty bits, straight to the meaty titties. I can say whatever I want. I don't care if it makes sense or not. So if you're gonna judge me for that, I don't care. Meaty titty. You want to use it? Go ahead. I don't really care. Don't use it if you don't want it. Don't want to use it. Don't care. Just to wrap up, it's a dark psychology movie. A lot of religiousness, religious obsession, symbolism, highly entertaining acting from everyone, especially you, Lambert. And I do love the ending. I can't talk about it, obviously. I can talk about it in the spoiler, but I love the ending. I gotta congratulate the team on what they did, what they put together. It was cool. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. If you do like these types of movies, here are some movies that are kind of like this one. I'll probably touch on these in future videos. We got Exorcist 3, that's another one of my favorite movies of all time. That's a movie I can watch again and again and again and again. So good. Long Legs is kind of like a little bit long. I know a lot of people are disappointed in Long Legs, but I enjoyed Long Legs. True Detective, the first season, Really good. Really good. Matthew McConaughey, really good. The Believers, End of Days, Regression, The Prophecy, Hellraiser, Inferno, First Power. Looking for movies that are kind of similar category, similar group. You can try those, you know. I mean, they're not going to be exactly similar in taste. That's all I got for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, subscribe. It helps me. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're still on the fence, I understand. You can still be on the fence. You can still watch my videos and not subscribe if that's really what you need to do. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. It's just YouTube. Well, I'll see you in the next episode, kids. Bye-bye.